people that put their loved ones in the street for Peter's shadow to fall on their loved ones. I mean, they went through a lot of trouble. To them, it was just like if you go buy a car, a brand new car in Memphis from a dealership, or you go over here to West Hunter somewhere to buy you a brand new car. To believe that that car can take you home is not like something that you have to struggle for. How many brand new cars do you know that break down? This is reading of your mind I'm talking about. This is your intelligence I'm talking about. How many brand new cars come from the manufacturer that won't drive across town? This is your intelligence. Your brain does all these things. Now, when the people brought their loved ones and laid them in the street for Peter's shadow to fall on them, and they were expecting, it was just like expecting the sun to come up tomorrow. That's how they perceive that this is a man of God. Without a question or a shadow of a doubt, God is so powerful in this man that if his just shadow fall on this man, on my sick loved one, that just his shadow, my sick loved one will be well. Let's look at this about the woman with the issue of blood. This is so distorted. You know, you got to be able to read history to understand history, to be able to gain from history, because read the Bible, read history. You got to be able to read history of what happened in order to gain from it. That was a woman with the issue of blood. She had been to doctors and she was steadily getting worse. The doctors couldn't heal her, couldn't stop her blood from running from her body. She heard about Jesus, King Yahshua. And he came through the city where she was, and she said to herself, if I can just touch the hem of his garment, I'll be made whole. Now, this was not a possibility thinking in her mind. She had faith in him that God's power was so greatly in this man. Now, let me explain this. It was not a matter of her just believing. You said somebody saying you just got just believe, you just believe, you just believe, you got just believe. That's insanity and stupidity. This woman had probably seen some of the people Jesus had healed. Okay, you got to put this together. She probably had some of the people that Jesus healed tell her, say, or some of the Lord tell her, say, he prayed for my son that was sick or that was dead, and then this is my son that was dead that he prayed for. Her faith was based in what she had heard, what she had seen, or testimonies of others. She didn't just go through a psyche in her mind, I believe, I believe, I believe. That's not what was happening. Somebody tell you got just believe that you were just believe. No, you got to look at Jesus. He said, take my yoke upon you and learn of me. The woman, when she heard Jesus was there and he came by where her way, the Bible says she said in herself, this was her faith talking to her. Just like the sun, you figure the sun will rise tomorrow. Why should you not believe the sun will rise tomorrow? This is your intellect reasoning. It rose yesterday, and it rose day before yesterday. This is your faith in the sun. I'm just telling you. You may not know you got faith in the sun, but I'm telling you about it. Like, you don't have faith in the sun. Well, you got faith in the sun. It rose when you was 2. You see it. It rose when you was 7. It been rising every day of your mama's life, and she told you about it. No one fearing nobody, but you got faith in the sun. God made it. God made it run its course, but you got faith in it. It is running its course as God made it to. It's just the way it is. This woman had faith in Christ like if you expect the sun to come up tomorrow. Expectation, hope. In Hebrews 11 And one that says faith is the substance of hope. That word hope is defined expectation. Faith is the substance of expectation. She had enough faith in Jesus to literally expect, if she touched him, that there was power in him to heal her. I mean, literally, that's a fact. It's the way it is. John wrote in one place, said, we have this, he says, we believe in the, how did John, let me recall, think for a minute. John says, we know that what we ask, we have. I mean, not maybe we gonna get, we know that what we ask, we have. Kind of like what Jesus said in the book of St. Mark, he said, who shall say this mountain be moved and cast in the sea, and shall not doubt that those things shall be, he shall have whatsoever, that mountain will obey his words. I mean, in other words, expectation. This woman was expecting that if she could touch Jesus, just like the people was expecting that if Peter shouted, I know this is a greater miracle what Peter was recorded of Peter doing than what recorded Christ. And they had faith in Peter. The dead church can't understand this. You don't understand why you malfunction in yourself. You don't understand why you can't function. You know you didn't come here walking and talking. See, your mama had to teach you how to walk, so you had to have faith in your mama. You had to have faith in your dad. Why do you think you believe a meal will be on the table each morning? Why do you think that your clothes will be clean for you to wear? You expect your mama to prepare them. I mean, you got to realize you just take it for granted somewhere. You struggle with God doing things for you every day and you take it for granted. And you wonder why you don't have faith. Your selfish, low down, evil self. So I'm just going to take it in the natural. If you can't realize faith in the natural, you ain't realizing the spiritual. You're too low down to realize your faith in your mama, your daddy, your friend, your teacher. How you going to realize faith in God with your low down self? You take everything he do for granted. See, he's supposed to be showing you love to build your faith in him. To show you that he cares. To show you that he'll provide for you. This is why he's doing these things. This is why he expects. I'm like, why do God expect us to have faith in him to be healed? He keep on giving for you and doing for you. And you're like, why do God expect us to have faith in you? That's just how low down. But you know, a lot of your teaching blind your eyes to your low downness. Actually, you're being taught low down. When somebody tell you that faith is just believing, they actually turn you away from faith in God. Because they ain't telling you to look at God, look at Christ, what he's done for you. That's actually turning you away from faith. That's actually fighting against faith. Someone want to tell you, you just believe that you will, just believe you will, never heal you. They are going against faith in Christ. That is to destroy faith in Christ. See, the devil is subtle. If someone tell you, look at what Christ has done for you, then you can have faith in him that he will help you now. Look at what he's done for others. That's to build your faith in him that he will do for you. Forget that putting that monkey on your back. Forget putting the monkey on your back, or you cannot carry it. Jesus said, take my yoke up on you. Learn of me. For my burden is light and my yoke is easy. You yoke up with me, I will pull the burden of the plow. You just get in the yoke with me. I will take the responsibility. Get the monkey off of your back. Stop going around, I believe it. Get that off of your back. This I got to believe. Send me all that money. Send them all my money and just believe. Yeah. And you've been made the biggest fools ever was. And you've been robbed. You need to learn about Christ. The woman with the issue of blood, she came to Christ to touch the hem of his garment, pressed her way through. She expected in her heart if she could just touch this holy, powerful man of God, filled with the presence of God, that presence and power of God's being will come through his clothes. and healed her. She just touched holiness. Those people that laid their loved ones in the streets for Peter's shower fall on. So you got to get the steps now. Because see, Jesus sent the apostles. You're offended with somebody else having honor, you can't walk in this kingdom, in the kingdom of heaven, in this family. You can't walk among God's people. Because see, God has a tendency to distribute authority in his family among his people. Apostles, prophets, bear responsibility. Those people laid their loved ones in the street for Peter's shower to touch. And when Peter's shower just fell on them, they were healed. This is real faith now. You see, it don't work in the church today because you don't understand faith in one another. You're supposed to be striving to bring each other to have faith in you by showing love. Faith is rooted in love. You're supposed to be striving for this, to gain other people's faith by showing love. And faith is the substance of hope or expectation. Someone can expect if I get under, my fellow believer will help me. And they come to have this faith in you through you showing love. That's what you're supposed to be striving for. But now if you got preachers telling you, people telling you you ain't supposed to have faith in the man, you don't function in his body. Because Christ said you ought to be one. And especially to the household of faith, you're to love one another. Now there's a reason why he's saying these things. There's a reason why the body don't function, because it ain't no body today. You don't understand love one another. When Paul wrote now about faith, hope, and charity, three greatest passions in a man's being. And he was saying that about the church, the believers functioning as a body among each other. This is what Paul was talking about. If you don't understand this, you can't function in the body. You need to have faith in no man. But you still got faith in me, and you just got to select. It was faith in Christ that told the woman with the issue of blood if she just touched the hem of his garment, she'd be made whole. She didn't just believe, she had faith in him.